In a silent hive full of rules and routines, there lived a tiny bee who didn't want to be like all the other bees. Now, usually this wouldn't have been a problem. After all, being normal is overrated. But in this hive, being normal meant being obedient. It meant doing exactly what you were told and never questioning why. It meant spending your whole life in the hive doing nothing but collecting pollen and making honey. Yes. And for most bees, that was just fine. They loved their hive. They loved their jobs, their friends, their lives. But not for Maya. Maya was different. While the other bees bustled about, gathering pollen from flower to flower and making sweet honey to store away for the winter, Maya would stop and stare up at the sky. The sky was so big and so beautiful, and she wanted to see what was out there, to fly as high as she could, and then come back and tell everyone all about it. But the other bees had no interest in the sky. To them, it was just a big, empty space above their hive, where a few clouds occasionally floated by, and they didn't want to know any better. All the bees knew was that the sky was dangerous, that it was full of angry hornets and hungry spiders, and that if you flew too close to the edge, you might fall and never be seen again. So they stayed in the meadows, collecting pollen and making honey and staying far, far away from the sky. For her part, Maya couldn't understand why the other bees were so afraid. She was only 6 years old, but she wasn't scared of anything. And one day she decided to prove it. The other bees were taking a break, having just finished an enormous honey pot. So Maya took advantage of the chance to sneak out of the hive while everyone was resting. She flew as high as she could, up, and away from the hive. And when she looked down, she saw that the ground was much, much smaller than she had imagined. She saw fields and rivers and houses and roads and friendly faces waving at her from below. For a moment, everything was wonderful. Maya was flying free. She could do anything now. She could explore the whole world. Then suddenly, a large black cloud appeared in front of her. "Oh no!" cried Maya. "I think I'm going to get lost!" Then a booming voice echoed through the air. "Come, little bee. Where are you going?" Startled, Maya turned around and saw a huge, scary hornet with 8 legs instead of 6. I was just exploring," stammered Maya. "But maybe I'll find somewhere else to explore, because you seem kind of grumpy." The angry hornet lunged forward, but Maya was too quick for him, and she zoomed past him, away from his angry rants. All of a sudden, Maya found herself surrounded by more hornets. They blocked the way back to the hive. And as they advanced towards her, Maya realized she was trapped. "I can't go anywhere," said the biggest, grumpiest hornet. "This is my cloud, and nobody leaves my cloud without my permission." He leaned closer to her and whispered, "Hand over your honey stores or you'll be sorry." Maya's heart raced as she thought about her precious honey. It wasn't very much, but it was all she had. "No," she said finally, "I don't think I can do that." The hornet leader became furious and attacked, but Maya managed to sting him before he could do any damage. As soon as the other hornets saw their leader fall to the ground, defeated, they all flew away. Maya was shaken, but she was safe. However, as she looked around, she realized that she had no idea how to get home. She tried flying in different directions, but each way seemed to look the same. Finally, she landed on a leaf to rest. That's when she saw a ladybug crawl past. "Excuse me," she asked, "but do you know where I can find a blackberry bush? I remember seeing one around here somewhere." The ladybug pointed her antenna towards a patch of brambles. "There's one right over there. It's a big bush with lots of berries on it. You can't miss it." "Thanks," said Maya, and she flew over to the blackberry bush. Sure enough, there were blackberries everywhere, ripe and juicy and waiting to be picked. Maya landed on a twig and started eating. After a few bites, she felt much better. Maybe getting lost wasn't so bad after all. She had met new friends, faced her fears, and learned that she didn't need anyone's permission to fly in the sky. Just then, a gruff voice interrupted her thoughts. "Who said you could eat my berries?" Maya turned around to see an angry-looking caterpillar inching closer and closer. "But you aren't a caterpillar," she exclaimed. "You're a monarch butterfly caterpillar. You're going to turn into a butterfly soon." The caterpillar stopped and stared at her for a moment. "What? How did you know?" Maya blinked. "Well, I've traveled all over the sky and I've seen all kinds of butterflies. You just look like a caterpillar to me." The caterpillar shook his head. "If I was a butterfly, I would fly all over the meadow, drinking nectar and sipping sweet dewdrops. Being a caterpillar is hard. I have to eat and sleep and molt and repeat until I'm ready to become a butterfly. It's boring. But once you become a butterfly, you'll get to see the sky too, said Maya, excitedly. It's wonderful up there. There are no caterpillars in the sky, only butterflies and bees. The caterpillar sighed. Maybe you're right. I wish I could see the sky. As Maya watched, the caterpillar started to change. His skin became see-through, revealing the beautiful butterfly hiding inside. Suddenly, he began to struggle. Help me, he cried. I can't get out of this skin. Taking a deep breath, Maya stung the skin just above where the caterpillar's head was. That should help, she said. Then she backed away and watched as the struggling became more and more frantic. Finally, with one last push, the butterfly broke free of its old skin and spread its wings for the first time. Thank you, said the butterfly, its voice shaky with emotion. I can finally fly. The butterfly flew up into the sky, higher and higher until it disappeared from view. Then Maya headed back towards the hive, her heart filled with happiness. When she got back, the other bees were frantically searching the area where the honey pot had been. Have you seen my honey pot? They cried. It's gone. Someone stole my honey. Maya was shocked. She hadn't realized how important the honey pot was. I'm sorry, she said softly. I didn't know, but maybe we can make another one together. The other bees stopped searching and stared at her. Make another one? They repeated. Why? Because it's fun, said Maya. No. We can work together and collect pollen and make something great. The bees looked at each other. Making another honey pot would take a lot of time and energy, and they were already exhausted from collecting pollen all morning. Well, said one of the bees finally, if you want to make honey, then I guess we can help you. And so Maya spent the afternoon with the other bees, teaching them how to make honey together. It wasn't easy, but they worked hard, and before long they had a second honey pot almost as big as the first. As the sun set and the other bees prepared for bed, Maya snuggled up to her new friend. Thank you for listening to me today, she said. I hope you have lots of adventures in the sky. I will, promised her friend, and I won't forget you. Then Maya closed her eyes and dreamed of flowers and honey and the beautiful blue sky above her hive.